Not sure if you should get a Fat-Tire e-bike? Well, here's 5 reasons that you should get one. If you don't agree with all 5 of these reasons, get something else. I've been on a handful of Fat-Tire e-bikes now, and I will say they're not for everybody, but they are for a lot of people. Now, the first reason you might want to get a Fat-Tire e-bike is they are quick. This thing goes 28 miles an hour. I unlock the speed with the throttle, but out of the box, it goes 20 miles an hour with the throttle and 28 miles an hour pedal assist. I've been on others that go 30. I actually have been over, I think it was like 31 or 32 on this with the pedal assist. So you can get a little bit more speed out of them, and some of them have secret menu settings. You can unlock speeds, go a little bit faster. But for the most part, out of the box, 20 miles an hour with the throttle is a very comfortable ride, and then you can pedal to get another 10 miles an hour just about. Actually, when I first saw a lot of Fat-Tire e-bikes going around the city, I didn't realize they went so fast because most people are just in pedal assist 1 or 2 out of 5, and they're going like 15 miles an hour or less. So when I got on my first Fat-Tire e-bike and I went over 30 miles an hour, I was like, oh, dang, these things really go quick. Oh, dude, that's sick over there. Dang, this is a nice place to ride. All right, the second reason you would want a Fat-Tire e-bike is these things are pretty dang comfortable. You got the big 26" by 4 fat tires. I've got dual suspension on this. Most of them I've been on have dual suspension. You got adjustable suspension in the front, but it just does a solid job overall. When you're on flat ground, it's really smooth, but you can take these things off-roading. It's got the nice big fat off-road tires here. I've taken all of my Fat-Tire e-bikes on the beach. They ride on the sand pretty well. The seat on this one is one of the more comfortable ones I've tried, and bike seats aren't crazy expensive. You can get a pretty good one for 20, 30 bucks. If it comes with a seat that you don't like, you can always upgrade. But this guy right here has palm grips. A lot of them I've been on have a nice palm rest for you. It's just way easier to have a casual ride. I feel like I'm way more stable when I take one hand off if I want to wave at somebody. And this one right here in particular came with a few accessories that just make it so nice. It's really easy to use this phone holder. I can always check my speed or the maps. It came with a little drink holder here. I can put a bottle in there. But the combination of the dual suspension, the fat tires, bumpy roads are no problem. Off-roading is no problem. And it's surprisingly comfortable. I've been on like smaller foldable e-bikes. I've been on a number of electric scooters. You gotta stand on those things, which it's not the worst ride ever, but this is just so much more comfortable, especially if I've been on it for a little. Is she laughing and pointing at me? I don't know. I'm used to it. But I will say, like, this is, if my mom wants to ride something, I'm gonna get a Fat-Tire e-bike for her. That's what I got her. She has been on a scooter before, but it's a little bit difficult compared to the bike, because there's so many people out there that just have hundreds of hours on a bike from when they were a kid or a teen or an adult, you know? And that's saying it's just like riding a bike. Look, when you electrify it, it's just like riding a bike. Think this is a little bit faster than you've been as a kid. Oh, I hope this bottle doesn't come out. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Like that. Big old bumps on that bridge, but the suspension just handles it really well. All right, now I've already showcased a little bit of this, but the third reason that you want a Fat-Tire e-bike is a lot of these have an incredible amount of storage. I don't have this one fully equipped like you could really get it. We got the rack on the back here, but we saw a guy with saddlebags earlier you could attach to this. I have like a regular storage bag on a lot of my e-bikes that holds like a decent amount. But there's so many things that you can put on these. If you've seen one fully equipped, like a front basket, a rear basket, I mean, I can hold a drink here. I got my phone stored. I've seen people put like an insane amount of storage. I'm trying to eventually get one with super long range and just fully equipped to just go to the beach. Like boom, ride it to the beach, ride it on the beach if I want. But these e-bikes have an incredible amount of storage. Now this bike is about 85 pounds and it holds up to 400 pounds. So you could really put a lot of storage on here. And I've seen some of these equipped. They even make like seats that you could put on the back here. I don't know if I'd recommend sitting on the back of one, but look, you could cargo a person if you need. All right, so the fourth reason that you might want a Fat-Tire e-bike is you can take these things off-road. We're gonna start here and do a little bit of off-roading. I've taken this on the beach, so I already know it can handle the sand, but how does it handle the grass? Steep that is. I don't think I'll make it back up if I go down there on this. All right, so this is just like a trail, but I can roll through the grass easily. It handles the bumps really well. Like this has 26" tires. Now this is handling the terrain way better than one of my scooters. Like we've got 26" fat tires. Ooh. Dang, you know we hit a bump when the bottle came out. We got these big old 26" by 4 fat tires here. This just handles the terrain better than an electric scooter. I think most of the scooters I've been on have 10" tires, maybe something with 11". But this is some nice hard packed sand. I've even rode on loose sand from the beach. If you saw my first ride video, there's plenty of like loose sand. This thing just went right through it. All right, here is the 5th reason that you would want a Fat-Tire e-bike. So I've been on a number of different electric vehicles, and all of the Fat-Tire e-bikes I've been on have really solid range. The few that I've been on have all gone over 20 miles, even if I'm using like the throttle only. And this guy's at half battery here. I've been using the throttle only, and we went 19 miles. Now you get some pretty good range on the pedal assist bikes if you pedal, but they still have pretty solid range if you use the throttle only. So I think it's important to say, out of all the personal electric vehicles that I've been on, the Fat-Tire e-bikes seem to have the biggest battery, which is probably why you're just gonna get the furthest range. You really can maximize it using the pedal assist. I'm just throttling it today, and I've gone 20+ miles with just the throttle. So I know range is pretty important for a lot of people. It's like one of my favorite things about the scooter. If it has far range, I like it more than all the scooters. Like, it doesn't matter how fun it is, how fast it is. If I can't go that far, like, the fun is over. And the Fat-Tire e-bikes, I mean, these aren't as fun as my scooters, I would say, but like, these are really handy, especially if I need to go far. Now, I've only had it happen to me a few times, but if you run out of battery on one of these, you can still go. Like on a scooter, you just have to walk and push it. You can try to kick it like a scooter, but the deck is so high on those things that it's like awkward to reach down 6 or 7 inches just to kick the ground. But on this, it's 85 pounds, but you can pedal it, and it's not that bad to pedal it. Like, once you get a little bit of momentum, it's hard to get going, I'm not gonna lie, but once you get that momentum, it's not so bad, and you can still get it home. It's just a little bit of a workout. Now, look, I don't think that you really need the full face helmet for when you're riding your Fat-Tire e-bike. This is where I clip my camera right here, it's easier. But if you're riding an e-bike, make sure you wear a helmet. I've seen a ton of people, even on this trail, going nice and fast, no helmet. Look, all it takes is one turtle to jump out in front of you. You know how quick they are. No, I'm just kidding. You never know when you're gonna do something on accident, hit something on accident, or somebody else is gonna cause you to wreck. So look, be safe, wear a helmet. And look, let me know what bike I should check out next. Leave me a comment. What are the cool e-bikes?